Hello everyone, ranked queues are disabled, so I'd like to take this time to talk about how things used to be. This video isn't for new players, but even if you are old school, come on, let's remember together. Let's all sit by the fire and tell our tales. With the rework on Malzahar, it made me think, who was the guy that allowed that thing to hit the live server? And then I started thinking on all the broken things League used to have. And no, we're not going all the way back to beta, with Jax building dodge items or Twisted Fate having his ultimate without cast range on a basic ability. We're just going back 2 or 3 years. These are just the things I remember from the back of my head. There are way more, but these ones somehow stick with me. Number 1. Soraka. People complain that Soraka's laning phase is too safe and whatever, and she got a lot of buffs, nerfs and a rework. Now I think that she's somewhat balanced, but not a long time ago. Her E, which today is this AoE silence with the root, used to be a point and click skill with 2 effects. If cast on an ally, it grants them mana, if cast on an enemy, it silences and deals damage. You may think, well, it's not that broken. Yeah, that skill had no mana cost, and could be cast on yourself. At that time, her ult cost mana and not her own HP. She could be in lane forever, there was no counterplay. Always full mana and HP. It was frustrating to play against and amazing to play with. And at the time there was no blue build, so Ezreal and Soraka was a must combo. Number 2, Master E. On the same boat as Soraka, E got a rework too. His passive Double Strike gives you 50% extra damage on every 4 attacks. This buff falls off when out of combat. At that time it used to be every 7 attacks and for the full damage. Literally 2 basic attacks on 1. It didn't fall off, so you could stack on minions, and then, at any time you want, Alpha Strike to trade with the enemy. If both attacks were a crit, well, it wasn't really a trade. You probably one-shotted someone. But this is just a joke compared to what comes next. Master E wasn't even played AD. The real Master E was AP mid. Anyone remembers this? It was the terror of solo queue, far worse than Kassadin, and boy, that's saying something. His playstyle was similar to Katarina, but way more toxic. The AP ratio on Q was huge, and W as well. It was impossible to kill him during his meditate. Ignite him, do whatever you want, it doesn't help. Only CC could stop him, but by the time you land any CC on him, he's already full HP again. Honestly, he only had 1 damage ability, so Lich Bane was a core item, and at the time, Lich Bane's ratio was 100% your AP, not just 50 like today. During his ultimate, any kills will reset the cooldowns. They've been nerfing this over and over, but at that time, all skills instantly on cooldown, including ultimate. So you had to activate your ulti only when you knew your Q would be enough to kill the enemy. So you needed some skill. I'm kidding. All you had to do was roll over the keyboard. The hardest was getting the first kill. After that, your second Q would kill someone else for sure. And then the third Q would clean up anyone remaining. I remember, as soon as someone saw Master E with ulti on, everyone scatters. It's total panic, everyone running for their lives. It was a big problem. Number 3, Force of Nature. The best magic resist item ever. Apart from the big flat resist, it used to give movement speed and HP regen scaling with your max health. Imagine a big Cho'Gath popping up 100 or 200 HP per second. It was possible. To put things in comparison, heal gives you 90 to 345 on a 4 minutes cooldown. With this item, you are getting that per second. Balanced. Number 4. Riven. Yeah, a lot of people hate Riven, but she's nothing like she used to be. Literally everything got nerfed. Her base damage, her defenses, HP regen, cooldowns. I remember the downtime of your shield being like half a second. You could destroy turrets one-on-one just by spamming your shield. Now, it's not as easy. Around Season 3 I used to play her a lot. She was very fun. And by fun I mean OP. Number 5. Tana. If you start playing recently, I'm sure you can't imagine that Tana used to be a top tier support. Literally every competitive game had her. She was a beast. But then, she took a rework to the knee. And now she's trash tier. Like, even Trundle support sees more competitive play than her. Go back to Season 3 or 4 and say this. Her current state is a joke. I main support and she was my most played champion. I agree her damage was a bit too much. I used to play her as a tank, going Sunfire Cape and Warmogs, and still I had games dealing the most damage on my team. I forgot the times I dueled the enemy AD carry and won. Everything in her kit was good. Good poke and damage, good heal, good speed burst, but now she's not an all-in-one support anymore. She's a jack of all trades and master of none. Any other champion can do what she does better, and that's it. Anyway, there's so much more things I could talk, like the League of Black Cleaver, Cassidy's Reign of Terror on solo queue, or even about the time where we actually had a solo queue. But let's stay here for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. It was a bit different from the usual, like just me sharing my thoughts. But now I want to know about you. When you look back at your history with League, what was the most broken thing you can remember? Excluding beta, of course. At that time, the concept of balance didn't even exist. Well, that's it. Thank you for watching and good luck on the fields of justice.